Blog Talk Radio.
Waarmee ons moet lewe, vergans en vermoord en verryp. Ek smoeg vir die bad news, vir Zuma en sy views, van ons op TV moet kyk. Ek wil nie meer hoor hoe ons tieners begrawe, oor niemand al stuur aan die wet. Ek wil nie meer leef van affirmative action, of beklei om te hou wat ek het. Gee vir my 'n nuwe gees, 'n koortsoplesie en 'n talent, wat lief, kiesem en stry, voor die mooi van ons land, en ons reg om hier te kan bly. Ek stiek vir Malema, sy leuns en sy sê maar, ons hou maar ons mond en betaal. Ons kruip weg in kampe, voor blind vir die rampe, en bid dat die Heer ons omhaal. Daar's Winnie Mandela, wat mense verbrand het, maar nou wil sy huil in haar hand. Die staatskas is leeg en die ANC saai verwoesting en pyn deur ons land. Gee vir my 'n nuwe gees, 'n koortsoplesie en 'n talent, wat lief, kiesem en stry, voor die mooi van ons land, en ons reg om hier te kan bly. Vir die grond, waar sy kinders kan bly. Maar sy huis en sy lande is nou in die hande van die vyand teen wie hy moes stry. Ons kinders verstaan nie, waar kom ons vandaan nie, al erfenis is uitgewis. Geen volkslied of vlag nie, en geen erewag nie, vir die helde wat daar nie meer is. Gee vir my 'n nuwe gees, 'n koortsoplesie en 'n talent, wat lief, kiesem en stry, voor die mooi van ons land, en ons reg om hier te kan bly. Gee vir my 'n nuwe gees, 'n koortsoplesie en 'n talent, wat lief, kiesem en stry, voor die mooi van ons land, en ons reg om hier te kan bly, en ons reg om hier te kan bly.
Welcome to Radio Free South Africa, brought to you every week courtesy of Rage Against the Regime podcast. This is your host, Karen Smith. Today, our guest is Dan Roodt, CEO of PRAAG. Dan Roodt is an Afrikaans author and intellectual who also worked for some time in the financial market. He was born in the late 50s in Springs, a city just east of Johannesburg, where he also went to primary school. He spent most of his adult life in Johannesburg, apart from a stint in Paris, where he learned French and became, in his own words, more Europeanized than most South Africans. Although his roots are in Africa, in our wonderful sunny country, which has been so manhandled these past decades, He holds a PhD in Afrikaans language and literature, but also comments regularly in the media and on the website PRAAG, PRAAG.org, on South African politics and society. In 2005, he published a popular book critical of the current South African government called The Scourge of the ANC. More recently, he has written in South Africa's English Identity, as well as penning a preface to the South African edition of Jared Taylor's White Identity, Racial Consciousness in the 21st Century. Most of his books are available on PRAAG.org. I see, as is usual with South African guests, that Dan is having a problem getting onto the show today. I have also heard that many people are unable to log into the chat room. So I just wonder whether there's a problem with Blog Talk or whether we're even going out live today. I have a message from Dan. Please hold one moment for me, people. I'm trying to get him onto the show. This is always a problem when we try and have South Africans on the show. It's a very, very difficult process, and I hope you'll be patient with me. I hate this dead air, but it's very hard for me to multitask doing both of these things at the same time because he is struggling to get on. Thank you for your patience, people. I will be with you in a minute. Right. I think he may be able to get on in a few minutes. Since February 2000, when he founded the Pro-Afrikaans Action Group, PRAAG, he has campaigned actively for the retention of Afrikaans and Western culture in South Africa against the Afrocentric, leftist, cultural-Marxist hegemony in South Africa. He has also been in the forefront of protesting against the ongoing violence shaking South Africa, and in which some have qualified as a genocide. Now, people, we've spoken about this at length on this program, the genocide against whites happening in South Africa, to which the world is turning a blind eye. It is a very hard thing for the few remaining whites in South Africa to deal with this on their own, and yet the mainstream media across the world is absolutely silent on the subject. Sorry, I'm still trying to help him get on it. I don't have a team of people helping me, people. I just have myself, and it's rather difficult for me to be speaking to you and at the same time trying to help him. However, the white genocide happening in South Africa seems to have speeded up immensely this year. There are more deaths, more murders, more attacks. It is very, very frightening, people. The number of whites murdered in South Africa daily is expanding exponentially, and the world is still not taking notice. For me, being so far away with my family left behind, it is a very hard thing to watch every day what is happening in South Africa. The whites there are not just killed. It is not opportunistic crime as it is in other countries. It is an extremely scary attempt at murder. If your house is left empty during the day in other countries and you go away on holiday, the blacks will break in and rob you. It's a crime of opportunity. But in South Africa, they will break into your house. They will stay there and wait for you to come home. They will rape, murder, burn with hot irons, with boiling oil, with boiling water, your whole family. and then possibly kill the man as well. They often stay in the home for days at a time and leave the bodies with Bibles on top of them. This is not crime as it is known in other countries. This is genocide. Dr. Gregory Stanton of Genocide Watch, a USA-based international group which keeps an eye on countries at risk for genocide, has placed South Africa on a scale of 8 at a 6, which means that genocide is being prepared. 7 is full-scale genocide, and 8 is the denial thereof. Now, on some scales, South Africa is on all 8 scales of genocide because it is already happening. But because it is such a slow war, people don't know.
Hello?
Hello, Dan. Welcome to Radio Free South Africa.
Hi there, yes. Yes, I wasn't sure whether I should do it via Skype or what, or the internet, or now I've used my phone.
I'm sorry, Dan. There seems to have been a bit of a problem here. Are you on your phone?
Yes.
I did send you a Skype link. Would you like to try that so it costs you less?
Okay, I'll do that.
I did send you this on Gmail.
Yeah, I saw that link. That takes me to the actual website. Or is there a Skype link there?
And it's not letting you in?
Do I need a sign-in or a...
No. I believe that you are already signed up for Blog Talk Radio because you've been on shows with us before.
Oh,
so
okay, yes.
You should just be able to get in via Skype. If the Skype button is up on the front page of the podcast, you should be able to just click on that and get in.
Okay. I don't see a Skype button here. Let me try. Okay, maybe it'll take my...
Because the 2-hour phone call is cost you the earth, and I really don't want to do that to you.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see if it takes my password. Yeah, it seems to... I've got here settings and messages. Again, it says start your show. Should I click on there or what?
You are logged into the chat room, so now you should be able to go in as a guest.
Okay, so do I click on start your show or which one?
Try that.
Okay.
Sorry, Dan, I've never actually Skyped into the show, so I'm not sure.
I think that's for starting a new one or something.
Yeah, you're logged out of the chat room and you're not coming up on the switchboard. There should just be a Skype button that you should be able to click on and it will let you straight in.
Well, I can try clicking on the Blog Talk Radio one. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, networks. Okay, live. Okay. Maybe I should do. Is it? What's the name of the? It's South Africa.
It's Rage Against the Regime podcast, and then on that is Radio Free South Africa.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to do a search for that. Okay. Okay, then upcoming. Now I've got the upcoming podcast, but if I click on there.
Yep.
Okay, and then I get that same one that I got just now.
And then you can click on the Radio Free South Africa presents Dan Roodt. And then the Skype button should come up for you.
Okay, now. Huh.
Is it not working for you, Dan?
Can you hear anything if I speak on this?
I can hear you very faintly, but I don't see you on the switchboard as on Skype.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello? Yeah, I don't seem to see the Skype button.
All right, Dan, I'll tell you what. Let us close the show for today. I will, if you can, we'll put you on next week or the following Saturday, and I will send you absolute strict directions on how to get on. But it would appear that there is a problem with my... It does look like there's a problem with Blog Talk this afternoon.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Yeah, I'm still on my phone here, but now I've lost it here on the computer.
Okay, Dan, let me send you step-by-step instructions, and let's book you for another week, and we'll just close the show.
Fine.
Today. Is that fine?
Okay.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
People, as you can see, getting people on the show from South Africa is a very, very difficult task, and I'm really sorry, but today's show is not going to happen. It's a problem for Dan. He can't get on, and we cannot expect South Africans to have a 2-hour phone call to the USA, because that costs them more than an arm and a leg. So I'm really sorry about that. In some ways, I'm grateful because I'm not feeling very well myself today. So to all my loyal listeners, I'm really, really sorry. We'll have Dan Roodt on at another stage. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you again next week.